most important thing when thinking about how to find a job which is really big enough for your spirit, that really brings yourself and your work into alignment, is to ask the right questions. So for example, you should ask yourself, should I aim to be a high achiever or a wide achiever? In other words, should I aim to be a specialist in a narrow field, which is what our culture's been telling us for the last century we should do, or should I try and be a wide achiever, a generalist in many fields, like Leonardo da Vinci, who had several different jobs at the same time. He was a part-time painter, and then he did anatomy and medical experiments, and he also did engineering. That may well be the future of work. And if you don't ask yourself that question, should I achieve high or wide, then you're not going to really be discovering all the possibilities that could really work for you. You only know the answer of whether you should be a high achiever or wide achiever by actually experimenting and finding out whether it works for you. For some people, yes, they should probably spend their whole life being a heart surgeon, be a real specialist. But I think an increasing number of people feel that standard narrow jobs aren't nurturing the many sides of who they are. And that means taking a risk. 60% of people want to change their jobs, but half of them are too afraid to do it. But unless we actually try perhaps being a juggler, in other words, doing maybe 2 or 3 jobs at the same time, you will simply never know whether it works for you. And the real problem is that you may get to the end of your life and look back on it with regret. And there's nothing more damaging to the human spirit than looking back over the years that you've had and regretting that you didn't make the right decisions.